Could this be the biggest K-celebrity moment of the year? Breaking news has just sent shockwaves across the entertainment world. Jong Suk has finally asked IU to marry him. From stunned silence to emotional tears, fans everywhere are overwhelmed by the news. What led to this life-changing proposal and how did IU respond? Let's dive into every emotional twist and heart-stopping moment right now with red carpet revealed. Did he really just say those words to IU? That was the question echoing across millions of stunned fans' minds on a chilly Seoul evening when Jong Suk, the heartthrob of Korean drama royalty, dropped a bombshell that no one saw coming. The ever-private actor, known for guarding his personal life like state secrets, shattered the quiet with a single life-changing gesture. He asked IU, Korea's beloved songbird, to marry him. And the world stopped, a night like any other, until it wasn't. It began as a seemingly normal evening at the 2025 Seoul Artist and Humanitarian Awards, where both IU and Jong Suk were scheduled to make appearances. IU, resplendent in a flowing ivory gown, graced the red carpet with her usual elegance. Jong Suk, clad in a tailored black tuxedo, walked just a few steps behind her, as if fate was gently nudging them together under the spotlights. Rumors had been swirling for years about their secret relationship, but never had either confirmed anything beyond vague admiration for each other's talents. For fans, it was a slow-burning mystery, until that night. The moment. A proposal in front of thousands. Midway through the ceremony, IU was called on stage to receive a humanitarian award. As she gave her heartfelt speech about using music to heal, something strange began to unfold. The lights dimmed slightly. A soft piano version of Through the Night, IU's iconic ballad, began playing. The crowd murmured. The atmosphere changed. Suddenly, Jong Suk appeared from backstage with a single white rose. Cameras flashed. IU's expression froze. The audience held its breath. "I didn't plan to say this here," he said, voice trembling, "but every moment I've spent with you has been a moment I wanted to last forever." A stunned silence filled the hall. Then came the words no one expected to hear out loud. Certainly not in front of cameras. Certainly not from him. "Will you marry me, Ji-eun?" Tears, screams, and a silence that spoke volumes. You didn't respond right away. Instead, she clutched the microphone tightly. Her eyes wide, lips parted, in what could only be described as emotional paralysis. The camera panned to her mother in the front row, already crying. Then, after what felt like forever, IU dropped the mic, not as a dramatic gesture, but quite literally, and ran off the stage. Gasps, whispers, confusion. Jong Suk stood frozen. The twist no one saw coming. For 20 agonizing minutes, the event halted. Staff scrambled backstage. The media speculated wildly. Then IU returned. With tear-streaked cheeks and a shaky voice, she addressed the crowd again, not with an answer, but with a story. "I've always feared love in the spotlight," she confessed. "I thought it would crumble under pressure. I ran because I never believed someone would love all of me, the quiet, the insecure, the real." She turned to Jong Suk, who had remained still at the foot of the stage. "But you waited, even when I was lost. And if you're still willing, then yes." Applause erupted, fans sobbed, the internet exploded. But just when the night seemed to have reached its fairy tale peak, the final, most shocking twist arrived. A secret hidden in plain sight. As the couple embraced on stage, Jong Suk leaned toward the microphone and whispered something that would later be replayed endlessly on every platform. "Let's finally tell them about the baby." "What?" The auditorium erupted again, but this time in complete hysteria. IU's expression transformed from joy to disbelief. It turns out even she hadn't expected him to reveal that detail. Yes, fans. According to confirmed sources later that night, IU is 3 months pregnant, and they had planned to keep it private until after the wedding. But in typical Jong Suk fashion, when he opens his heart, he opens it all the way. The aftermath, internet in meltdown, agencies scramble. The couple's respective agencies were blindsided. Statements were hastily written. Fan forums became therapy circles. Netizens oscillated between joy, shock, and admiration for the sheer drama of the moment. One fan posted, "I came here for an award show, and I got a full season finale of a K-drama. Is this real life?" Another joked, Jong Suk didn't just drop the mic. He dropped a baby, a proposal, and the internet. While the public had only caught glimpses of their romance through vague interviews and rare paparazzi shots. The truth behind Jong Suk and IU's love story was far more complex and deeply human. Close friends revealed that the couple had been quietly together for nearly 4 years, keeping their relationship under wraps to protect their careers and, more importantly, each other's emotional well-being. There were moments when the pressure of fame nearly pulled them apart. In a leaked voice note between IU and her best friend reportedly recorded a year ago, IU admitted, "I'm terrified of being in love with someone the world watches. Every move we make becomes a headline. Every silence becomes a rumor. Lee Jong Suk, in contrast, was described by insiders as fiercely loyal, the kind of man who would rather weather 1,000 misunderstandings than expose her to a single moment of discomfort. He used to stay up all night reading hate comments just to understand what she was going through, said one anonymous staff member from a drama set they both worked on. He loved her quietly, but relentlessly. A love tested by scandal and silence. Back in 2023, IU faced a turbulent moment when malicious rumors falsely accused her of chart manipulation. The pressure was enormous. She nearly stepped away from music. Few knew then that Lee Jong Suk had flown out to Jeju Island just to be with her in hiding. He brought her food, books, and silence, one friend disclosed. He didn't say a word. He just sat beside her night after night, letting her grieve, letting her be. Ironically, that moment of darkness was when IU realized how deeply she had fallen. But even then, neither spoke of marriage, neither dared, until the Seoul Awards changed everything. Public reactions between joy and disbelief. The internet remains ablaze. Fan reactions range from overwhelmed support to genuine concern. The suddenness of the proposal, and especially the pregnancy reveal, has opened intense debates. One post that quickly went viral on X, formerly Twitter, read, "I love them both, but I hope this wasn't pressure." Did she really expect him to say that part about the baby? In response, IU's agency, Edam Entertainment, issued a brief but powerful statement. The couple has shared many private joys and hardships together. The pregnancy is a blessing they both cherish deeply. Please refrain from speculation. What you witnessed was a moment of raw emotion, not performance. Meanwhile, Lee Jong Suk's agency added, Mr. Lee acted from the heart. No press was notified. No sponsors were involved. This was not a PR stunt. This was love. An unplanned fairy tale. Or a bold new era. What sets this story apart is not just its romantic scale, but the authenticity of the chaos. For once, fans didn't witness a polished press release or carefully curated couple photos. They witnessed real-time emotion, panic, tears, laughter, a woman running off stage, a man standing alone, and finally, acceptance. Psychologists and media analysts alike are calling this event a cultural milestone, noting how it redefines Korean celebrity relationships often suppressed under intense industry expectations. Dr. Min Hyeran, a cultural critic, commented, "They've unknowingly rewritten the rules." What we saw wasn't just a proposal, it was a rebellion against silence, against polished perfection. It was humanity, and that's why people can't stop watching the wedding and baby everyone's waiting for. As of now, no wedding date has been announced. However, sources close to both stars suggest they are planning a small private ceremony in late autumn, likely in the countryside outside of Busan. IU has reportedly expressed a desire for a ceremony under trees, not spotlights. And the baby. Neither star has made further comments since that night, but fans have already begun calling the unborn child Little Melody, online referencing IU's musical legacy and the harmony she now shares with Lee Jong Suk. There's an undeniable theatricality to this entire saga, a script so emotionally layered, so riddled with pauses and crescendos it could rival the greatest K-dramas. Yet for Lee Jong Suk and IU, this is not fiction, this is their life, their fears, their secrets, their leap of faith. And for once, they're not hiding it. The stage is no longer just a stage, it's the place where two of Korea's most beloved stars finally chose to live their truth, unscripted, unfiltered, and unforgettable. As the curtain falls on speculation and rises on a new chapter, one thing is clear: this isn't the end. It's only Act 1.